All right, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Mashaba coming back at you with another lesson. First, before I get into it, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakodash. Second thing I want to do is give double honors to all the elders and apostles of the millstone and salutations to all the brothers that are pushing this truth with both sincerity and with charity. All right, so what I want to take it into is well, let's start off by reading this, world famous scripture. All right, this universally known scripture. All right, John 3:16. That is, of course, widely misinterpreted by 99.99% of the world, man, except for the elect. All right, people thinking it means Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, is here for the entire planet, including Esau and these heathens. All right, and on a deeper level, he's not even here for the 2/3, man. All right, scripture say not all Israel is Israel. All right, but yeah, man, the Lord, He not here for all these heathens and 2/3. He here for the elect. Okay, so let's read it. All right, John 3:16. For Yahweh so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So anybody with a mind that hasn't been opened up by the Lord would easily think that this means that Yahweh loves the world, from your damn Caucasians to your Arabs, your Chinese men. All right, but that's not the case. All right, let's go. So let's do our research. All right, let's do our own due diligence. All right, with this blue letter Bible, and go into that word of world. Okay, and see what that means. Okay, so in the Greek, cosmos. All right.
Strong's G 2889. Kosmos. Kosmos.
All right, cosmos. All right, meaning an apt and harmonious arrangement or a constitution, order, government. All right, and we can stop right there, man. All right, orderly arrangement, decoration by implication of the world in a wide and narrow sense, including its inhabitants, literally or figuratively. All right, so the world, as in apt and harmonious arrangement. All right, and throughout the entirety of the scriptures, who does the Lord have a harmonious arrangement with, man? All right, the children of Israel. All right, let's get into these backup precepts, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people. For you were the fewest of all people. Comment, and it's talking about Deuteronomy right here. It's talking about the nation of Israel. The Lord set a holy people above all other nations. This is right in the scriptures, man. I don't know why people just think that the Lord is all loving across the entire planet. All right, nah, man, these are heathens that cause harm to His chosen people. All right, it's in the scriptures right here. The one that you lied to the world with, Esau. All right, and these niggas really they just really don't care for her, cause they lie and man, just roll with it, man. All right, they don't care. All right, but this is Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse. It's like I already read that, but yeah, a special people above all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. All right, above a few people, above just one nation. No, it says above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Okay, not talking about any mighty mo. It's talking about everybody. Nation of Israel is above everybody, man. Okay. This is Matthew chapter 10 And verse 5, these 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay, so what does that mean? All right, and this is in the New Testament, which you a lot of you you know dummies, all right, like to only read for the most part, all right, and you know misinterpret it, man. All right, what does this mean? Is the whole world Israel? Is every nation Israel? While the Lord only have His prophets, you know, to tell them to only go and preach to the nation of Israel. All right, and those Gentiles are talking about are Israelite foreigners. All right, you know Israelites that you know gotta return their way spiritually back to the Lord, man. All right, because they've been you know alienated in the spirit. Okay, hold on. God, this is Ephesians chapter 4, and I'm going to start at verse 17. This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh, through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart. So yeah, man, you know we know that we went off and became you know, and committed that spiritual adultery, man. That spiritual fornication. All right, that's what made us alienated. But we're returning back to our way as the nation of Israel, man. Okay. Um, this is John chapter 17 and verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So, yeah, man. All right, simple. You know, and you know, you may say, well, ain't that a contradiction? Nah, man, he's talking about the actual world, okay? As in, you know, I pray not for these Arabs, these Chinese, these Japanese, all right, these Edomites, all right, or Caucasians. All right, no, he praying for the elect, okay? He said, they are thine, man. Okay, the chosen people. Okay, so yeah, man. But this was just a quick, you know, simple breakdown. All right, you know, on the misinterpretation of John 3:16, man. All right, world and that precept, you know, going to the Greek. You know, the blue letter Bible means cosmos. Cosmos meaning harmonious arrangement. All right, he made a harmonious arrangement with the nation of Israel to save us. All right, to you know, give us that kingdom when it's all said and done. That's that harmonious arrangement, man. All right, but yeah, man. So I hope the lesson was edifying. So with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakudash. Second thing I want to do is give the honor to all the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all everybody that are pushing the truth with both sincerity and with charity. Shalom, welcome Yasharallah, wa ababah. Shalom, Malcolm. Stay faithful.